Hello everybody, Dennis here today doing a little bit of Commander with you with my Brago Bonanza deck. So, if any of you don't know, Commander is a format where you choose one legendary creature as your commander, and that creature sits in the command zone, and you can cast it anytime you want for its converted mana cost, and every time it would die or get exiled, it goes back to the commander zone, and you can recast it from there again, but every time you cast it from there after the first time, it costs an extra 2. So the first time he costs 2 blue white, and then after that he costs 4 blue white, 6 blue white, etc. So the point of Brago is, whenever he hits a player, you can exile any number of target non-land permanents you control, and then return them to the battlefield under their owner's control. So that's generally my control. What this lets you do is abuse a whole bunch of enters the battlefield effects. So I've got things like Riftwing Cloudskate, Mole Drifter to draw 2 cards, Frost Titan freezes extra stuff, Aethersnipe bounces stuff, Nevermaker puts stuff on top of the library when it leaves the battlefield, Pestermite taps and untaps, Frostlink also bounces stuff. You can change the target of your clones. Oh, I just accidentally removed my clone from my deck. Let me put that back in. It lets you draw a lot of extra cards with things like Spreading Seas and Wall of Omens. And once you have loads of ETB effects like that, a card like Stranic Resonator gets very, very good. Because if you cast Oblivion Ring with a Stranic Resonator out, you can pay 2 to make your Oblivion Ring hit 2 things instead. Or your Banisher Priest, or your Fiend Hunter, or your Active Authority. Now if you flicker those with Brago, then they will get that stuff back, and you'll have to copy the trigger again if you want 2 more things, but that's fine. There's a slight token sub-theme with things like Precursor Golem, Cloudgoat Ranger, Night Captain Devios, Master Splicer, because you flicker them every time you hit, you get loads and loads and loads more creatures. Mirror Battlesphere fits in there as well. Sun Titan and Frost Titan are just the 2 titans that have nice ETB effects. Brago's Flicker effect also works with things like Mana Vault, because it untaps them. The re-enter untaps works with Mana Vault and Soul Ring and your Signet and your Thranduil and your Basalt Monolith. So if I use any of these in my first main phase, hit my opponent with Brago, I then get to flicker them and they come back in untap and I can use them again. It also works with Planeswalkers like my Jace, and my Venser. If you use your Planeswalker in your first main phase, say I play my Jace the Mind Sculptor and I minus him down to 2 loyalty, if I hit my opponent with Brago, I flicker the Jace comes back in at 3 loyalty and I can use him again, which is very nice. The deck has a little bit of basic counter magic too, a Hinder, Spell Crumple, Dissipate, Cancel, Counterspell. And it also has some stuff to help me get Brago in, Swiftfoot Boots, protect him as well, Lightning Greaves, Whisper Silk Cloak, that kind of stuff. But for the most part, once I get Brago online, it gets pretty degenerate pretty quick with any of these cards, really. So the deck's a lot of fun to play. I haven't played it much in multiplayer yet. I've played it mostly with one-on-one, and this is the deck that I played Oisin with ages ago when we played against each other, and people have been asking for the list since then. So this is it. So I think it's time to head over to the constructed room and see how it goes.